you have a master's degree that has, helped you get that far in your career, right? You have a master's, you're getting a PhD, and you have experience in that field. But for most athletes that are watching who may not necessarily have these things to help them, how can you advise them to transfer the skills that they have as an athlete into a career? Because I'm sure for you, there are certain things that you do on your job that, you've been able to do because of your experience as an athlete. So tell us some of those things and how athletes can take from that and also transfer that into a career.
I can say the first thing is discipline. Mm-hmm. Like as an athlete, we have to be disciplined. This discipline really helps you at work. Like if you want to work like in an office or for a company, when you are disciplined, it will help you like in everything, because you know how to structure your job, mm-hmm. know what to do. Then this power that you have on the track to win the competition, to wake up every morning, go on training, and then to overcome all kind of obstacles which may come on your way. Like this will that we have, and this discipline will help us like for the career out of track and field.
Right. I think that is a huge thing, discipline. And I think even bigger than that, I think for athletes, as an athlete, you deal with every feeling that you could possibly experience, as a human being, that a lot of people don't get to experience. So you know what it's like to succeed. You know what it's like to have your dreams come true. You know what it's like for your dreams to be completely taken away from you. You know what it's like to lose. You know what it's like to win. You know all those things, right? And for a lot of people who aren't athletes and just, just working, they don't get to experience that scope of life, And so for athletes, I think the fact that we have that, experience in various things can translate very successful into a career. And I think a lot of athletes don't necessarily know that. So I'm glad that you mentioned the discipline thing. And even for you, you're balancing all these acts together, right? And earlier you said you work your full day, and then at 6 p.m. you go to the track, or sometimes you wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, and then you go to the track later, or whatever it is. And so tell us a little bit more about the challenges of doing that, because I think we all do that, but no one really talks about, how difficult is that? How is your confidence?
Trust me, it's very difficult. For example, I can just give an example. Like in 2018, I went to Asaba for the African Championship, where I did a relay with the Ivorian team. And because I had to ask at work this week to go to compete. But before having this week, I was training. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, you did that training, you go to work as a normal person. Sometimes when you do that training at 5 a.m. and then you go to work at 8, and then your eyes, you need a little cup of coffee, to open your eye, and then you go to a meeting, for example. People don't feel what you are feeling. You stand there and then you smile, but the inside is burning, But you just keep it. But you are an athlete. You know how to fight. You know how to survive. Because for us, we know how to win, how to lose. So you sit there it's the struggle. I can't lie to my brother and sisters saying that when you go from the sport career to the career in the office, something like that, it's gonna be easy. This transition, it's really hard. Because what type of discussion that we have when we are in the sport environment. It's nothing to do with finance, nothing to do with geography or something like that. So when you have to do that transition, you have to update yourself, go back a little bit to your books, and then study again. Then have those habits that they have. How to behave, how to talk to people. It's different kind of languages. So all those kind of things. And to come back to that example that I was just saying in Asaba, I did that competition, and the day before, I had to check my email before the final of the relay, last time. Oh, I forgot this file. Oh no, I need to go back to that. So, you think about the competition, you think about the fight that you let and you feel that the client might need it the next day. So you need to do it. So okay, just keep cool. No matter what, it's not gonna burn. Just do the competition. After that, you're gonna go back to work. And then it's like that. You need like this patient. You need to be patient, and then you need to be like, it's not easy, like to get that wisdom and dissipation at the same time. Yeah.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. I think when you were saying the meeting, when you go from your training to the meeting, it's true. You have to completely turn on a different side of your brain. Or sometimes you go to the track and you're just tired because last night you were up working on something the whole time, and then you have to show up at the track 100% ready to go. And then when you finish with the track and you go to work, you have to show up again 100% ready to go. And that constant switching back and forth it's very, very challenging. But I do like one thing that you said though, that for athletes in terms of the transition beyond the sport, we have to learn what that's like. We have to learn to do that. And I think a lot of athletes are waiting to finish the sport and then think that I finish the sport, then I want to start a career. And it doesn't happen that way, and it doesn't transition that easily. You need to at least have one foot into a career that you want to do, and then another foot in the track world, so that way, while you're learning the skills that you need, there really isn't as much pressure to get it correct. When you finish the sport and you're ready to work a career, there's that pressure to know what you're doing. And I think in some cases, the fact that athletes are not spending the time with, trying to figure out how to transition, it looks bad on athletes when we try to transition, because people think athletes are incapable of something, but it's not that. It's just you've spent the last 10, 15 of your years doing one particular thing, and now you have to learn something new, which most people were learning when they were 10 years younger than you.
That's right. That's what I was just thinking. I was just thinking about was like I was training in the Altis in the USA in Phoenix, Altis with the group, because I was so used to doing two things at the same time, like running and then studying. So when I wanted to prepare the Olympics, like Rio Olympics, and then I was sitting there after training. For athlete, when you finish training, you go to sleep. Or then you wake up and then you stay on internet your whole night, or maybe your whole day. It's like, that's what we do, So, and then I was like, no, that's not working, because I'm a native French speaker. So I was like, what am I doing like right now when after training? I cannot sleep like that. So I went to a community college to study English, because I was preparing this transition already while I was running, As you said correctly and perfectly, we need to prepare that. This is not
Absolutely.